Right, hello everybody, welcome back. Now, today I want to try something I've never tried, something a little different. And I know it's quite common, I've just never done it. I don't know how easy it's going to be fair, but this is the joys of my videos. You're following me on my journey of radio. My wins and my fails, my successes and my, you know. So this video may not be a success, but I really hope it is. And so today what we're going to try and do is get a contact on the ISS. If you don't know what that is, you've heard of the International Space Station up in the sky. Well, they have a radio repeater that is open to all radio amateurs. When the ISS is in flight path over, your location, you can actually listen to people, either other people that are using the repeater as well, and you can make contacts using the repeater, or you can actually contact the people in the ISS as well, and you can have a conversation with them. Now, well, with radio licenses, you're allowed to use satellites as well. There are satellites in the sky, low orbit satellites, specifically for amateur radio use. And the issue for me is I'm using this radio with a white stick. This may not be successful because of that, really. It may have to be a part 2 to video, revisiting it, where I have a Yagi antenna, one that I can point with my hands and get a really good, accurate lock-on signal-wise, so to speak, But we'll see what we can do with what I've got for now. And like I said, the reason why it may not be a success is the ISS actually travels at very fast, like thousands of miles per hour. So when the ISS does come over the top of you and you're able to hear them, you have a very short window, usually a couple of minutes. If conditions are great, you maybe luckily get 10 minutes, if that. Generally, when I do listen to them, I only hear them for a couple of minutes, really. So the window of being able to make a contact is very small, and if you don't succeed on your first one, well, you have to wait for the next pass, and hope it works that time. So yeah, let's try and get a contact using an ISS repeater up in the sky, and win or lose, we'll see. Okay, basically what I'm doing here is using ham clock, and you can check different satellites, and there's AO91 satellite and its path of travel, and these little dotted lines here, these are the paths of travel. As you can see, the ISS is should be arriving right over the top of me very soon. That DE is my location, my grid locator. So that should be coming right over the top of me very soon, the next 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes or so. That's what I just use this here, and basically just to track the ISS really, and satellites, because I like to use the AO91 satellite, and there's an SO50 satellite that you can use during the daytime. It's a solar one, and it's been up in the air for a number of years now, so the battery life on it apparently is degraded, so it's only recommended to use SO50 satellite at night time, daytime, sorry, and not use it during the night. But yeah, I just use this here just to monitor where they are, and it does seem pretty accurate, to be fair. Every time it's shown a satellite is coming over near me, sure enough, it has gone off on the radio as well, so it does seem pretty accurate. This is an open ham clock, the open source version, since the original creator of ham clock is now silent key, unfortunately. But if we get the camera up on a tripod here, it should give us plenty of time there to wait for the ISS. My radio is ready set to ISS, but what I like to do is turn off my squelch when that's coming near. So yeah, you'll have to listen to the noise, unfortunately, but I will try and lower the level as much as I can. But we'll get set up in a tripod and we'll wait for the ISS to come overhead, and we'll try and make a contact. It is extremely difficult to get a contact on the ISS because there's so many people that occupy it when it flies over. So we'll give it a try, like I say. So there's no guarantees, but what's the harm in trying, eh? Get my first contact using the ISS repeater. So yeah, let's get set up and have a try. Okay, so we're on the tripod here now. I've turned the squelch off on the radio. Let's just move some of these microphones. And the ISS is fast approaching. Now the cable on my microphone is a bit short, kind of in the way of where the tripod is, so it might move as I try and talk. I try not to make it move, but we'll check back in. I'm checking the monitor above me and it does seem very close now, so we should start seeing signal coming up and voices received. So let's just wait for that, I guess. Here we go, we've got something. Anything? Is that all we're getting? Can't hear. Nowhere near strong enough. This is nowhere near strong enough. Oh, it's a shame. It looked like on the map that it's over the top of my head. Clearly not, unfortunately. It does look on the map like it was straight over the top of me, but no, I've had stronger signals from the ISS than that before. Even on just a handheld in my garden, I've had stronger signals. So we'll have to wait for the next pass, I guess. I do keep the monitor on to monitor the passes. But that could be a couple of hours or so. So I think this video is gonna drag on for a little while until I get a contact, or well, I'll try and get a contact anyway. Most people do use Yagi antennas to really, to pinpoint the signal. I'm not. I'm just using my white stick, so that's probably not helping. But we can try with what we've got, and if not, I can always get a Yagi or make one. So yeah, we'll have to wait for next pass, I'm afraid, guys. That was no bueno on this one, unfortunately. So we'll wait for next pass and we will be back. Okay, pass number 2. Fingers crossed. can't be it. Mexico 7, Sugar X-Ray Tango. Is that it? That was a very poor pass. That was the worst pass than the last one. Again, the map looks like it's going directly over my location. Maybe the map is slightly off. That is a shame. That was the worst. I waited an hour and a half for that pass at 3 o'clock in the morning. This is how far I'm willing to go for a contact. Oh, 3:35 in the morning for me, and I had to wait for the next pass. But I'll show you here, look. The pass looks like it's directly over the top of me. The path looks like it's going basically through where I am, so it's there now. It's gone past me. It's gone from this direction across here. That's that pass gone. There's the route there, that line there. Oh, that's a shame. That is a shame. But SO50s should be, no, it's not coming around. But no, looks like I'm waiting for another pass. Unfortunately, this may take a while. Okay, third and final attempt here, and it's already looking quite promising, hopefully anyway, because I've been waiting 2 days for this now, extra 2 days, so hopefully let's get contact here. If not, we'll have to think of another antenna. Here we go. Anything? Mike 7, Sierra X-Ray Tango, call it ISS. No, not applying to me. Is that it? Wow, it looks so promising as well. The antenna is a problem. just passing over now. So I did receive it quite early. So that's it. I'm 99.5% sure that other person wasn't applying this call sign to me. I would imagine, as I called out with my call sign, he would have said my call sign and then his to establish, you know, that he is replying to me. That is the you know, the on over the air etiquette anyway. You know, because he could be talking to someone else, but I'm only hearing one side of the conversation, sort of thing. You know what I mean? So usually, yeah, when you're talking to someone or you start a contact with someone, you tend to say their call sign and yours. And the same as when you finish your conversation as well. At the end, you say usually back to you, blah blah blah, from blah blah blah. You know. So I think he was calling out. He wasn't coming back to me, unfortunately. But no, it's passed now. That is a shame. I do seem to have better luck on my handhelds than I do on this. I have a much stronger signal on my handhelds, and it tends to last a little bit longer as well, really. So I definitely think it's time to plan for another antenna. This white stick is the problem. The issue is, you see, the white sticks, they travel outwards, the signal. I need it to travel up, if you know what I mean. So this is where a Yagi is a bit more specialised for the job, really. I can hold it up in the air and I can track where I'm getting the signal on the ISS and hold it in position and try and follow it over, really. So I'm gathering, so that's going to have to be part 2 of the video. But anyway, let's give some final thoughts here. Okay, so that was 3 attempts, and the first and second attempt was about an hour and a half wait. Second to third attempt it was a couple of days time, unfortunately. As you can see, I'm changed. I'm very messy. I know I've been doing a lot of gardening work today, and so yeah. So it is unfortunate. I've had to wait a couple of days just to be unsuccessful again. But as I always say, really, you know, if radio's good every single day, it'd be boring. I'm totally fine with that. I'm totally fine with having to try new things, trial and error, seeing if it works or doesn't work. If it doesn't work, trying to improve upon it. And so yeah, to me it doesn't matter that I've failed this one. I haven't really failed. I've just got to try a bit better. So I think we'll hold that here, this video here, and I'll work on a handheld Yagi to hopefully better my chances anyway. I could go out and pay £80 for a Yagi, but it's more fun building one yourself. So that's what I'm going to do. Get a Yagi calculator up, look at the frequencies that the ISS operates on, and I'm going to make a Yagi based on that frequency and see how we get on. So yeah, although it was unsuccessful this time, doesn't matter at all. It was fun trying, and hopefully next time I'll get it. So thanks for watching, guys, and keep a lookout for part 2.